If we can only see the host of Calvary's angels, the host of heavenly angels and heavenly beings around us in the midst of our adverse circumstances, we would be full of faith, hope, peace instead of fear and resentment. Elijah prayed and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes. I wish somebody would learn how to pray and say, Lord, open my eyes.
Yes.
I need to see what's going on around me. Yes. I need to understand what's going on when I look at this TV and I see black men laying on the ground and they didn't do anything to deserve it. Lord, open my eyes.
Yes.
God, I need you to open my eyes.
Yes.
I need you to show me something. Show me something. And we must realize and understand that that the opening of eyes which Elijah prayed for were those of the spirit and not of the body. The eye of faith sees the reality of the divine presence and protection where all is vacancy and darkness to the ordinary eye. In other words, God can make you see good when all you see is evil. See, you've got to be able to allow God to open your eyes so that you can see the positive in the situation. You got to allow God to open your eyes that you can see hope in the situation. And so the horses of chariots and fire were symbols of divine power. You may ask, well, how do I know this? Read 2 Kings chapter 2 and 12. And their fiery nature denoted their supernatural origin of fire. The most earthly elements is the most appropriate symbol of the Godhead. Excitedly, let me inform you that the Godhead is that God is the fire of the Bible. I wish I had some fired up folk that would realize and understand that God is the fire of the Bible.
Yes.
And the Bible employed the use of fire in many different ways. However, when it came to the spiritual use of fire, they usually attributed to the fire of God. God manifested himself in various forms of fire depending on many different occasions. And now we find some of these manifestations in the making of the covenant with Abraham in the burning bush. And then there was the pillar of fire on Sinai. And then there was the flame on the altar. And God was answering by fire upon Mount Carmel with Elijah. And what happened here? Elijah prayed for his servant's spiritual eyes to be open so that he could see what was really going on around them. And the Lord quickly responded to Elijah's prayer of faith. And his servant finally saw in the realm of the spirit, he was able to see what Elijah was seeing by the power of the Holy Ghost. I wish that I had some Holy Ghost filled believers in here that would understand that when you look into a situation with your natural eyes, you are going to see pain. You are going to see displeasure. You are going to see some things that are not pleasing in your sight. But if you would take a minute and seek the face of God, I wish I had a church here that would seek the face of God and say, I'm not going to look at this from